I couldn't get him to stop. Sounds like Jeremy just shot.
It's time to go then.
What's up, everybody? The day is finally here. It is September 12th in Mississippi, and it is deer season. Our early velvet season, 3-day season, starts today. So I just got off work from the ICU, wrapped up a night shift, loaded the truck. Now I'm going to pick Chase up, and we are headed to the Delta camp. Got a couple good bucks on camera that have been daylighting. One of the shooters, biggest deer, was there yesterday midday, one of the cameras. So it's going to be hot. They're calling for a high of 90, 98, 99. That is not going to be fun, but you know what? We're going to try. So we're fired up. So let's do it. Update, we have made it to North Mississippi. We're in the Little Caesars drive-through. Our back seat passenger is still upright and with us. So it's 11:40 in the morning. Going to get up there and do some quick scouting and see where we're going to probably go do a hanging hunt out of the saddles this afternoon. But got to smash this pizza first. All right, it's 3 o'clock now. We're about to shoot to see who gets to pick their spot. So we got two ideas in mind for the afternoon, going in halfway blind to a historically good spot along a slough where there's a bunch of persimmon trees, and honestly, they're both good spots. So we're 50-50 on either, but just to make things interesting, we're gonna shoot one arrow from 40 yards. Whoever's got the best shot gets first pick.
And I don't even have a 40-yard pin, so we'll see.
Yep, there we go. Hit the target. That's all I can tell. We'll have to walk down there after you shoot. All right, here we go. Okay.
A couple inches high.
Go check it out. Well, I think I might have you beat there, pal.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck.
Let me get the 34 things out of here.
I just finally got set. That took like 30 minutes. First set is always the rustiest. It's so hot. My watch says 92. I bumped a fawn out of its bed on the way in, like right by my truck. She didn't really spook, just kind of got up, walked off. I filmed her a little bit on my phone. Then I just heard another deer blow on Chase's side of the slough. There's a big slough in between us that runs north and south. We're on either side of it. The wind is not consistent whatsoever. So we said it's a 3-day season. We gotta just go hunt. I'm in a spot, it's a pretty good crossing where the deer like to cross the slough on this ditch bank. A lot of persimmon trees around me. I didn't see any on the ground, but there's some not far from here that we have a camera on that we know have been dropping. It is 5 o'clock. It gets dark about 7:45, I guess. So we got a while. We'll see what shakes out. me center mine. I'm stupid because there's 2 stands already in here. And I'm like 60 yards from both of them. I should have just set one of them. And saved me the trouble of doing all this and making all this noise. Oh, we've got a big 10-point coming in and out of here. About 40 yards behind me. So, he's not on camera every day, so it makes me think he's using this other crossing back here that I could shoot pretty decent. I'm hearing a couple persimmons dropping around me. There's probably, I don't know, 20 or 25 persimmon trees within bow range of my tree. So I'm hopeful we'll see something, even a raccoon, some kind of activity. I had a ladybug crawling on me a minute ago, if that counts. But I'm thinking for the morning I'm going to have to go ahead and put my whole saddle set up in the tree tonight when we get down, because the deer always are feeding in here in the morning, and there's no way that I can get set up without blowing out the whole woods. I'm not gonna hunt this same tree in the morning. I'm gonna hunt a spot where we know the deer have been feeding in the morning on the persimmons. So we'll see what the rest of the hunt brings, but that's gonna be the plan after dark, is tiptoe in there, go ahead and get set up, probably put the camera arm in the tree, because that's a pain, and go from there. But the day is young. We got lots of daylight left. Persimmons are falling. They're burning rice fields all around us, cutting beans, so it's that time of year. this way. They were working this way. That buck got my heart rate up. He wasn't the one we were after, but at first glimpse, I was like, oh boy, here we go. It's been fun. It's cool to be back doing it. That one looks like a spike. That spike is directly under me. Right here. It's standing there. Alright, that's probably gonna wrap us up. Got these two deer, that fawn and that spike kinda right under me, but I'm about to run out of camera light. I've got it toned all the way down, or up. But we'll see. I mean, I think it's like 11 minutes probably. I looked at my phone just a second ago. About now it's about 11 minutes left to legal. So unless one makes it 10 yards from my tree, I could confirm which deer it is. That's probably gonna wrap us up. That was an exciting sit. I think I ended up seeing 6 total. That's a really good day for opener. So I may leave my sticks in the tree. And hunting here again in the morning. It's probably just that doe that's with that fawn. But either way, it's a good sit. We'll get my stuff kind of wrapped up here pretty soon. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Well, that wraps up sit one. I didn't do a closing interview in the tree. I don't know if he did or not.
I think I may have, but I had a spike 4 feet from my stand. Anyways, I ended up seeing 7. One was a decent little 2-year-old buck, you know. Got my heart racing a little bit there at the beginning when I saw the side glimpse. I'm like, uh-oh, here he comes. Ended up just not being old enough, but saw 2 spikes, that 8-point, and the rest of it, however many days. So
I saw a handful of raccoons, an owl, an egret,
I did see a few of those.
a lot of squirrels. I went ahead and put my whole setup in the tree. I'm gonna hunt in the morning, so I ain't got to fool with that.
And
Hopefully
all
get
that-
in there quieter.
And I left my sticks in the tree. I guess I'm gonna hunt there again tomorrow. So we'll see.
See y'all in the morning. Good morning. It's day 2 of the velvet season. 5:45. About to hop in the truck. Chase has a good little walk back to his stand. Mine's pretty far too, nowhere near as long. So just happens to be how it works out. You know, so otherwise we're gonna just be shining headlights out through all the deer, which we don't need to do. We need some electric bikes. If anybody wants to be an electric bike sponsor, hit us up. It'd be sick. We'll take 2, please, size medium, large, or however that works. But we'll see y'all in the tree.
7 a.m. No deer yet. There's some deer in here at this spot at like 5:30 this morning, right before we came in. Seen some raccoons getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. It's getting hot pretty quick. We'll probably only sit till like 8:30 because it's so brutal out here and there really hasn't been any activity on the cameras past 8 o'clock all week. I'm hearing persimmons fall all around me, so fingers crossed. Here's the 740 update. It seems like we're always in the wrong spot. Apparently Chase saw one of the shooter 10 points at like 55 yards. If he had been in the tree stand that's over there, he could have killed it, he said, but he's in the saddle. And then at the spot that we kind of gave up on, because the beans were yellow and dying over there, had 2 shooters on it about 20 minutes ago, including this giant deer that I've never seen before. So, that's how our morning's going. It was him and then this, like, split G2 palmated deer. I haven't seen a deer still. So, September 13th, I believe, the Saturday of Mississippi Velvet Weekend. Just been taking my time getting set up, trying to be as quiet as possible. I'm a little more comfortable today. I talked to Jeremy some. I had all this rope all messed up, I think. So I'll be a little more comfortable today. More able to move my platform over a little bit. Still probably could have gone a few more inches, but it'll work. Did bump one doe out of here this morning. She was pretty much under my tree. I think it was a doe. It's hard to say. So, we'll see what happens. I'll take y'all along with me. That was the big 10. 100%. I was just sitting here and I glanced back and I saw his horns through a hole over there about 85 yards. That would have been a 15-yard shot if I would have been in that dang liner stand. I'm sick, man. I know he's gotten in there to bed. I ain't gonna see him again, I don't think. He was on a mission.
And we really need some silverware, huh?
Sunday afternoon, we're heading in for the last sit. Going to a spot that we had multiple really big deer at this morning, and we knew they were in there. They were on the camera, so we couldn't get in there and on this morning without blowing them out. So hoping they're going to come back this evening. The wind's good. Let's get in there. there's a spike and 2 fawns, maybe some more deer at the spot I'm trying to get to. He's just staring at me like 100 yards. There's food all in there. Persimmon's all on the ground, so they're not going to leave. I'm either going to have to bump him out or sit here forever. And that's not the deer we're hunting, so I'm leaning towards just getting them out of there and hoping they don't blow. Not ideal. 4:15, 94 degrees. It's a spike for you right there. If he was mature, he'd be in trouble. That's about 30 yards. Alright, it's 4:32. I just got set. There was a doe, a spike, and 2 fawns in here when I was walking in. The spike and the fawns kind of saw me and trotted off. The doe, of course, blew. So that's not ideal. But it is what it is. It's the last afternoon, so I had to just get in here. That's one thing about this Velvet weekend. It's similar, in my opinion, to like when you have a 3-day, out of state hunt or something. You're a little more aggressive, doing stuff that is not quote good deer hunting. Like the wind's not great in here. It's not very consistent. It's kind of swirling. If I had more than 3 days to hunt, I would wait till everything was right. But that ain't the fact of the matter. So we'll sit back and see what rolls in. This afternoon goes long. buck to do that. They did it perfect. 6 o'clock on the dot. Still got about an hour and a half of daylight. So, I still got hope. Alright, y'all. It's almost 5. I'm kind of in the same area I've hunted the last 2 or 3 days. This whole trip I've been in the same little pocket. I was about 50 yards from here. In a tree that I just kept leaving my sticks in, and I knew I wanted to move kind of this direction if I ever took them down. I just never wanted to take them down and put them back up. I got a little lazy with it. But that big 10 point that came through the other morning, literally walked 2 feet from this tree, I think. It's about where I first saw him. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to find where I was set up. Yeah, I think I was set up right there. This is about where I saw him at to begin with. So, I mean, if I would have been right here, I could have shot him at 6 steps. No questions asked. That was the wide 10. I don't know if I felt like I shot right over him. He just hopped out there a few hops, but then like kind of took off and then stopped. I don't know if he just didn't know he was hit. If I did hit him and ran out there and crashed, I don't know. I couldn't get him to stop. And he didn't stop in the gap I had arranged. So I just put him at 30 and pulled it off, but he may have been closer, I don't know. Jeremy missed the freaking 150 class 8-point we have on camera last night at 53 yards. Shot right under him. So if he missed and I missed, it's going to be a rough night. Long ride home. Clean fletchings. The Duker is in a limb. So that's the pop I heard. Jeez. Well, guess we're going home tonight, empty-handed. Jeremy missed one, I missed one. Part of it, but it's gonna be a long, quiet ride home.
Whew. All right, guys. Well, we're headed south, empty-handed.
Tails tucked.
So we both missed the 2 out of the 3 target bucks. He missed at 56, which is understandable because
there was 2 bucks that came out of the slough. It was a little buck, the running buddy, so I knew he was behind it, so I went ahead and grabbed my bow, and I ranged the little deer, and he was at 44. And then the big deer was about 20 yards behind him. Looked like they were on the same trail. And I only had a real small window, so I didn't have time or think to range the actual deer I was going to shoot, thinking he was on the same trail. Stopped him. He stopped perfect, drew back, put it on him. Shot looked phenomenal, except it just right under his belly. And hit the leaves, and he bounded off out of my life forever. And then I ranged the arrow, and it was at like 53, so where he was at like, or no, it was at 60, so where he was at like 56. Single pin life, but
yeah. And he forgot to cut the camera on.
yeah, my GoPro on my stabilizer did not even enter my mind when I saw that deer. This was like 140 plus easy, pure velvet 9-point.
So, yeah, his is understandable. Mine is not. Which mine was at last 3 minutes of shooting light. So when I got drawn back, he wouldn't stop. My rangefinder, I clicked the trail he was on, and I somehow saw 30. It may have been 38. I don't know, but I saw 30, and could barely see my rangefinder. It's not an excuse, really. I knew I had ranged that earlier, and I had a good idea. But put my 30-yard pin right on what I thought was good, and he ducked like crazy, which he wouldn't stop. I matched at him twice, did my little like kissy sound. I mean, I couldn't do nothing to get him to stop. He walked through the gap I had ranged, and I just assumed that he was still at 30. Turns out he's at like 36, but it went over him. So I don't know what happened. don't know if he just ducked it like crazy or, I don't know. It looked like it went over him. He walked out of the frame. I'll have to review the footage, see if there is anything that I can see. I think he was out of the frame, but I was in that saddle. Camera was on the wrong side of the tree. It was just a cluster this afternoon. But both our areas were as clean as they can be. I watched mine just mosey off like nothing ever happened. So.
And then the other target buck we were after is at the camera where I was hunting right now.
So
I saw a bunch of deer, probably 9 or 10, mainly does, fawns.
I think I only saw 3, 4, 2 does, 3 does maybe. So
that's
where we're at.
Velvet season is cursed for me. Maybe better luck next year.
Yep. We'll see what happens later in the season.
We got October to look forward to.
Yep. Well, got some things happening, so we'll see what ends up coming of it. So
we'll catch you on the next one.